Count the boys!
Yeah.
Got a huge week here on the MacPack podcast. We're talking about footy. Joe's allowed us to talk about footy. Footy chat is Fremantle had arguably the best game of football that they have ever played in the history of the club. Joe's decided that, you know what? Fuck it, we're going to talk about footy. It's a massive episode here at the MacPack podcast. Let's get into it.
G'day and welcome to the MacPack podcast.
We're back.
My name's Joe McKenna, and to my left this week in order of the biggest cookout king on the panel, it's my little brother Joe. How are you, boy?
Jake, I'm feeling fantastic and I'm still eating leftovers from the cookout.
And to my right, coming to 641 as it does each and every week, it's the baby brother of the pack, who we call Junior Boy. Junior Boy, how are you?
It was Saturday and the Pies were playing. It's the best time for a cookout, boy.
It was Joe invited this round to, well, basically our
lounge.
our
Yes.
lounge for a cookout to celebrate the finals of the football.
Yeah. Living it up.
Which is quite exciting. We'll address that off the top. Plus, Riley, you have a story about a handful of acquaintances who are no longer allowed at a gym establishment.
Oh.
We discuss pies versus sausage rolls. We play Take Me Back. And we have a hero sent in from a member of the family.
Holy shit.
It's a massive ep, so let's get into it. Boys.
Brother
Bingo.
How are we all? Well,
Fantastic.
thank you so much for your accommodation on Saturday, Joe.
Joey, bravo.
worries.
What a guy, what a guy, what a
Yes.
guy.
Yes.
Claps.
So for the listeners, I'll explain. So it was Saturday night. It was Saturday day. It was, you know, the big weekend of the finals. Freo was playing at the night. And
First
Pies-
weekend of the AFL finals for 2022.
Yep. The Pies, which is our team, was playing during the day, and Freo, which is the rest of the family's team, was playing at night. So I thought, you know what, why not? Let's have a classic barbecue, a classic cookout. You know, we're getting into spring, getting into summer. Let's live it up. It's been a dream of mine to host a barbecue for about a week now, and it really did come into fruition.
It did.
I was inspired by some famous cookout scenes in Breaking Bad.
Yep.
Classic.
They get the family over and they have those big bowls of potato salad.
They love it.
Yeah, I love potato salad. I always wanted to make it.
They have
And
beers.
they have.
Beers around the patio.
Yes. So my dream came true. I got to make potato salad for the family.
Have you never made potato salad previously?
No, never. I really like potato salad, and then I went vegan for a while. You can't have egg.
Okay.
Mayonnaise is one of the main ingredients in potato salad.
There you go.
So I used to have egg-free potato salad, but now I'm back on the mayonnaise game.
Yeah,
And
let's
the
bring it
potato
go,
salad
man.
is delish.
We
Yeah,
love potato salad
But-
on this show.
It was a great day, I must admit. Good day to sink a few cans.
Hell yeah! Unfortunately, the
Yep.
Pies did not get up.
No, they didn't. Valiant effort from the boys.
Yes, we'll be back next week
Against the mighty.
against.
Correct. Unfortunately, against the Dockers.
Ooh.
Jeez, wow.
That's our whole family going at each other by the neck, by the
throat.
throat. All
the
my
throat.
friends go for Freo. I'm the pariah of the group, going for the black and whites. It's gonna be an absolute Saturday night.
I was hoping I've been sending like little AFL predictors and
Yep.
such, just working out the actual table of events that was going to be September for quite a few weeks now, and I had always planned that Fremantle and Collingwood would be on either ends of the
The spectrum.
Yep, like going up to the finals.
on either
different-
brackets,
Yes.
and hoping that they were going to just knock everyone out as they sort of went, and then they'd finish up because obviously Mum and I are going.
Yes.
Of course.
I don't necessarily want both of them in the grand final, but one of them in the grand final would have been fantastic.
Fantastic.
But unfortunately, we're now like,
The odds have been halved.
well, one of them has to knock the other one out this
Yes.
weekend. So all of a sudden, it's whoever wins on Saturday. That's basically my team through to the end. And they have to beat Sydney in Sydney, which is a task at the best of times, let alone in September.
I know, it's a bit bittersweet because it's like,
It feels like friendly fire. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's like it's like in a classic heroine story when the two heroes get to a point where only one can pass.
yes.
And that's what we're reaching right now.
It is.
I know,
So-
but you were at the game.
I was.
The famous
It was.
Fremantle game.
It was a vibe. I've watched many game of footy in my time. That might go down as one of the best games I've seen.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it was pretty. So obviously, it's not all the listeners are from Australia. Humble brag, but okay. And walk us through what happened at the game because not everyone was watching.
So obviously Fremantle finished higher on the ladder than their competitor, the Western Bulldogs.
Yes.
So, and they're playing at home, and they'd beaten the Bulldogs at the Bulldogs home only a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
So everyone was pretty confident that Fremantle would just come out, do their thing, get the win.
Yeah, and the whole town was painted purple. Everyone was feeling the hype. There was a little bit of nerves going into the game because of the wet weather.
There was 59,000 people at Optus Stadium, which I think is it's definitely a record
Yeah.
for Fremantle games. I don't know if it's a record for the stadium.
Not sure. But
It was absolutely fantastic, and the Dockers just come out there and just shat the bed for 45 minutes.
yeah, they scored what, two?
1 point in the first quarter to the Dogs, 5 goals, 5. So it was pretty full on, and you could really sense the vibe of the place just dissipate pretty quick as hope seemed to be all but gone.
Yeah, one of Kira's roommates said no one was mad, everyone was just a bit depressed.
Yeah, and Fremantle fans, I must say, they're fantastic at just potting their own team.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they can turn.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can turn back.
They can
As
turn
quick.
so
They can-
fast. And there's a lot of like, why do we even bother? Of course they're going to do this.
Why
this is
he
just
playing?
shit. Yeah.
Fuck this.
You guys
he's
are
a
terrible. This is
hero.
embarrassing. Like, that's sort of the vibe.
Booking in the laser appointment to get the flag man or tattoos removed.
That's it.
At quarter time, and I thought this was a little bit odd. So the vibe couldn't have been lower. Like, I've been to funerals that were more exciting than the first quarter of the
Yeah.
Dogs game.
Yep.
For whatever reason, the chick who sung the national anthem then got the microphone and sung Let It Go by Frozen.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And she's doing like laps around
Then
the
let it go. You guys are done. Yeah.
Let It Go, your season is over.
That's a weird song to sing.
And it was so loud, and like the crowd was getting involved. I had some random woman next to me who was belting it out like so aggressive. I felt quite uncomfortable because she was like probably 45, 50, and she's just screaming like, let it go, let it go. And I'm like, oh my God, this chick is cooked. It must have, I don't know. I don't know
There's
if that's,
something in that song.
I don't know if Andy
Yeah.
Brayshaw just went, you know what?
Let's let it go.
Let's
boys.
Let it go.
I
Let's
reckon
let it go.
there would have, because obviously the players stay on the field for the quarter time break.
Yeah.
So they're hearing all that. I reckon. What's the coach's name?
Justin Longmuir.
Longy. Or who's the captain these days?
Alex Pearce.
Piercy. I could not tell you what that bloke looks like. Standing in the group huddle. I reckon he said, boys, let it go. They must have made some sort of
There has to
reference
be a
the track.
gag. Surely one of them like made a joke. Because I was turned to mum and I was like, read the room, Dal. It's
Yeah.
really not the vibe. She's smashing. I've never seen someone sing with such passion and
Gusto.
yeah, it was weird, but it worked.
And the boys came
And what
back.
happened?
It did work. Well, the Docs just went on an absolute run, and the hope just started to build and build and build.
Yeah, one
I
thing
think the game was nearly called when Jai Amos from 12 metres out hit the post directly in
yeah.
front. That was a real moment where Fremantle crowds have a sarcastic laugh in their arsenal. And it came out at that point. Like, it hit the post, everyone just went, oh, yeah, fuck this shit.
Mm.
And from that moment on, I don't know, good energies just started to build and build and build. And then, it wasn't like they just came back out of nowhere. They slowly grinded their way back
Well,
into the game.
another thing that I
And then they
like
took
about-
the lead with some arduous 50-metre penalty that probably wasn't there. Next thing you know, Griffin Logue, who's played
Griff.
majority of his life in the back line, kicking the goal
Go Griff.
Yeah, one
in
thing,
the square to get the boys in front.
one thing I really like about Freo fans, because obviously you're members, so I've been to a couple games, and it'll be like they'll be down by a lot, but then they'll still kick. It'll be like they'll be down by like a couple goals last quarter. They kick a goal. The crowd still like goes nuts, even though it's like the game's over.
Well, that
And I
even
think
late in
they
the game.
they still had that vibe when they kicked their first goal. They were down 6 or whatever. Like the place went nuts. Where like really, I feel like most other teams would be like, oh yeah, like you know.
We're getting on the
What are you-
train to
yeah.
get home.
But I think that helped them, push them over the line.
And of course, friend of the show. It's my friend especially from the Kid Leroy concert. Michael Walters. What a game from my friend himself. He's liked our posts on Instagram. He's a friend of the show and a friend of mine. And it was good to see a friend of mine do so well in such a high
He was
stakes
actually
game.
dumb, and I think he's had one of the worst 700 days of any footballer.
Yeah.
And he just came out and just, when it mattered most, he
Show
just,
what he's made of.
he just tore it
Well,
apart.
Just like he did the Kid Leroy concert.
One thing I really like, so that Jay Amos, second game.
Jai.
Jay Amos. Fuck.
Amos.
Let me hear it again.
Jai Amos.
Jay Amos. So yeah, he was like so close to the goal, and he kicked
Jameis.
it, booted it into the
Post.
post. But like that was when they were down, and that's all he's thinking is like, don't miss. Like, don't miss.
Don't
But then he, at the end of the quarter, they had kicked 3 goals in a row, and
He flushed one for 45 out.
he was like so far out, but they had already had the momentum, and then he's thinking, I'm gonna fucking kick this.
The chant was so loud. Like, it's just, I do enjoy being at Fremantle games because their supporter base,
Die hard.
yeah, through to the very end. Like, they're up by 2.5 goals. There's 30 seconds left.
Well, anyone's
Liam
game
Henry got
show.
the ball on the wing, and I've never seen a crowd go up any louder. The game was over. They'd won. Crowd's like on their feet going, yes, he might kick another goal. I'm like, it doesn't. He can kick it out of bounds. Doesn't matter where it goes.
But yeah, it was a fantastic game. And even like, obviously the commentators, they typically have a bit of an anti-West
Yeah, that's fair.
bias. But they were, when Freeman was like on the run, they were like, fuck.
Here we
They
go.
can't.
They might just they fucking do this.
Photo.
But yeah, let's
Yeah.
tie this back to our team, the Mighty Pies. Although it's such a cool thing for the WA boys in the Freo, it's a bit scary to see. You know, the
Yeah.
tides can be so turned against them, and they can still come back and win. It's a
I
scary
know, and
thing heading into a game.
They're
against them.
coming off probably the biggest high.
Yeah, the
the
best win
club's
they've had
ever
all
had.
season, and we've come off.
And then
shock
we've
of
come
us.
off just.
Valiant effort from the Pies. Geelong are a fantastic side. I think that makes it 14 straight for them. Absolutely dominating. To be a draw with them with 80 seconds to play,
Well, yeah,
you
exactly.
take that any day of the week.
Yeah, it's like they lost, but it wasn't like it like could have gone either way.
Did you see what McRae said after the game?
Nah.
So he come out because all the boys like
Who is that?
the coach
Cray.
Coach, yeah.
of
Our
Collingwood.
team,
Yeah. All the boys after the game, they all dropped to the floor, like laying down.
Yeah.
And he's just,
Exhausted. They
he
were.
got into the presser, Craig, and just goes, "Nah, it's acting like losers. We're not losers."
Whoa.
I like
We're
it.
winners except for today, but usually we are winners. We're going to be winners going on.
More or less saying that you don't drop to the ground unless it's a grand final. So until we get there,
Yeah, no time to rest.
season's not over. Stay on
Yes.
your feet, act like winners, and you'll be winners.
You lost, but you haven't been defeated.
Facts.
There you go. Obviously, me and all the boys are on the gym grind.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Obviously.
Obviously, can you not freaking see the gains from
Last
me and
week-
all my
You
boys?
noticed last week he didn't have the sleeves on.
Yeah, but now he doesn't want to bring attention to the game.
Pipes looked good. Sunburnt. They had a real tan
Tan line.
going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're out in the sun, right?
You knew I couldn't work out where the wall started and where your arms ended.
Anyway, me and all the boys on the gym grind. But you know my boys. You know, working out isn't the only thing we get done at the gym.
No,
You got to allow for some time for some fun and mischief. Obviously.
work hard, play hard.
That's it. You know, you got to have some fun while you're working out. And the first instance of major fun I had at the gym.
Major fun.
Obviously, you get major fun just from, you know, hitting a new bench PR or something. But this was a bit, you know, not allowed. So me and one of the guests of the MacPack podcast,
Okay.
after he or she came on the show, we decided to go to the gym after recording.
All right.
This was a fair few months ago now.
Okay.
So we went to this gym chain, unnamed. We went to the Canning Vale one. And, you know, we went to the gym. We were working out, but then we got in a silly, goofy mood.
Yes, acting silly at the gym.
And we got one of these, what was it? It was like, you know those stretchy things you put on your legs and you like stretch your calves and your
Oh yeah,
hamstrings
like
out?
those big giant elastic bands.
Oh, yeah.
It's huge ones, right? And there's like this big rig in the middle of the gym.
Yeah, I bet
Oh,
there
yeah.
was.
Which
You?
Shout out to Eddie.
which you can like jump up on and do like, obviously you can do chin ups, and then it's also like used for squat racks and benches and stuff. And there's like, it's huge. It's probably like as big as this room, which is big.
Cool.
Anyway, and it goes quite high. It probably goes like 10 foot high. So I strapped this thing around it, pulled it down to the ground. I was like, this is going to make an epic slingshot, boys. So I grabbed
Eddie, put him in it.
a handle for one of the free weights, and I strapped it around this thing, and I pulled it down to the ground, and I let the mother fly.
And is there many other people in the gym at the moment?
Packed, full house.
Oh my
Joey. It was full house. It was crazy at this gym, and it's made the loudest noise I could ever hear against this metal roof, and everyone was just like, "Who are those little freaking rascals in the middle of the
Yes.
gym?" But we giggled. We had our little innocent fun. Didn't hurt anyone, and we moved on with our life. Fast forward a few months, probably a few months later, we're at the Myrie chain, well, the same chain, the Myrie location.
Yep.
And we got, so they have these like, I don't know if you guys know, they have like box that you can like box jump on
Yep.
or like use for leg exercises that they have like Velcro on them.
They used to have them at like Jungle Gym.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. They're
So
fun. Yeah.
So you can like, and they have different sizes. They got like the big black ones, and they got like.
Can you say that? Can you say that? We're on air.
Then you've got like little red ones, and goes on different colors, different sizes. And we were like, I wonder how high we can get this friggin' thing.
Yeah,
we got that thing a meter away from the roof. Like we had that many. We had like a stair stack. It was like we were building the freaking pyramids in Ibiza or wherever they are.
Egypt.
Yeah, so we had like the stairs stacked, and then we were using the bottom ones from the stairs to go up, and then slowly get it higher.
And you were up the top.
Yeah, I was doing most of the heavy lifting. And at the end, I was just like throwing them up, hoping they would get caught on. Had a few boys in slips catching them on the way down.
Nice.
Full house gym as well. No,
and surely someone's coming.
No
What about
workers
staff members?
Obviously, this takes
This is
time.
at night, right?
Yeah, when the staff goes home. We're not silly, goofy boys. Obviously, the cleaners are walking around, but the cleaners, they don't care. So we're having fun. We're stacking these things up high. And obviously, our phones are out for all of this. We're capturing it on video. But then the coolest thing that happened, shocker, I actually wasn't there for this, the really cool thing. One of the boys put in the group chat this video of this trend going around on TikTok. And you could make a go-kart / car out of gym equipment with this the Hexagon Squat bar, and then also like 2 more bars, a bunch of dumbbell. You use the plates as the wheels. You use these foam things in the middle as your seat.
Yeah, it was a modern feat of engineering.
And
really.
it literally, it's quite cool. It's like as big as this table. So my mates engineered this thing. It took a while to do, structurally, like, it was pretty freaking cool, not gonna lie. And then he was sending us videos and stuff, and I was like, fuck, that's so cool. Shocker I can come. And then he put one of that video, this compilation of videos, the guy who took most of the videos, he shared it on TikTok as a funny little gag to see, like, look at all me and my cool friends
having fun at the gym.
What do we do at the gym? This is actually what we're doing at the gym. We work out, but we also have fun. You've got to have you got to have balance in your life. And all the comments were like, fuck, I wish I had friends like this. This is so cool. This is so funny. At my best friend, we should try this next time we go to the gym. Is this at this gym? Because this is where I go, blah, blah, blah. I see these guys at the gym. This is so cool. TikTok blew up. Thousands of views. And then I get a call from my friend a few mornings after he posted this video and blew up. And he said, oh shit, I have been banned from every single gym of this in WA.
Right. As a result of said video? As a
result of these videos. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, my mum got a phone call. And I was like, oh, what? Why is your mum getting a phone call? And he was like, well, the tag I actually have been using to get into these gyms is my younger sister's.
Nice. So does he not have a tag?
He doesn't even have a membership.
Right. Okay.
So he's been sneaking in. So the PT from one of the locations, or maybe
just stop saying the name.
Maybe one of the head office of this place called up my mate's mum and was like, "Are you female's name's mum?" And he was
female name.
And she was like, "No, yes, but also no. Like, this might be regarding something else."
Yeah.
Anyway, big thing blew up, and so then they gave him the list of locations that was seen in these videos.
Oh, so they could work
they
out.
could tell.
They mapped him.
Yeah, right. And they only highlighted 2 of the locations that happened, but there was actually the one in which I was mainly in.
The slingshot video.
Which never got mentioned.
Which is the one in Cunningham. Never got mentioned.
Ah.
But they banned to the 2 main catalyst people in these videos.
Oh.
Plus the sister, right?
Did another person get banned?
Yeah, I think plus the sister. Oh, maybe not the sister. I don't know.
So 2 of the main people in the videos.
Yeah.
And the people who are in the chat.
I want to know who the 2 people are. I know one of the people.
Yeah. Well,
we'll find out off air, I guess.
Yeah.
There you go. How exciting.
Jeez.
But the boys have been, authority is getting to the boys. And now they've moved to a gym merely down the road.
Are they allowed to go back? What happens if they do go back?
Well, he reckons that, I'm sure there's a group chat. There's only 3 PTs at each gym.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a group chat.
Oh, saying don't let those
and also,
kids
how many
a
people
workplace
how many people are getting banned from a gym?
That's also a good point. I doubt there's many banned faces. They might have it on the desktop of don't let this
Yeah,
go.
because when we worked at the cinema, there was a few notable people who had been banned,
Oh, true.
and like everyone was like pretty aware of like what happened.
Who it was, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But who's going to approach the guy? Especially if he
That's
goes
what I
after
said.
hours. If he's always going there when there's no staff to begin with, and he goes there continually now where there's no staff. What are they going to do? Just kick him out again? He won't get fined. Really? Trespassing?
Trespassing maybe.
I mean, he already was trespassing. He
Yeah,
was passing
true.
tres.
So now he's moved on to another gym.
He's moved on to the bigger and better. And I went there for the first... I snuck in, obviously, with him for the first time the other night. It's a really nice gym. And I was like... I was thinking... I was there for the first time, and I was like taking in... It was like really nice. A different brand, a bit more expensive. And I was like looking around. I was like, shit, this is a really, really nice gym. And then I was thinking, I was on the Preacher Curls, and I was like, damn. This is going to be like the new spot of my memories. You know, I'm going to come here and do mischief now. This is going to be the new... I'm coming here for the first time. This is going to be the new destination.
And is this the one with the sauna?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's nice.
Fancy, yeah, very fancy. And we sneak in those saunas every now and then.
A
After
sauna. What else is there?
sauna, steam room, boxing ring.
Yeah, how much is this one, Mum? Anyway, this is all fan chat.
You're going to get fired up to sit down. I'm
I'm gonna
here,
get
Joe.
fired up to
I'm getting
sit down.
fired up to sit down in the sauna.
All right, so a message came into the group chat on the 30th of July, right?
30th of July.
From one of my good friends. I'll drop his name. It was Andrew Surgeon.
Andy!
And he's come out and said that he's officially giving up sausage rolls.
Officially.
Officially giving them up. He
Does the world know?
When was this?
This was 30th of July.
Sorry, did I miss that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That was,
so...
that was the main plot point so far.
Wow,
So
it's
30th of July,
recent.
he comes in hot out of nowhere in the chat saying he's given up sausage rolls because he's having too many. He's got to...
How many is he having?
Huh?
He's a teacher as well, isn't he?
Yes. he's a
Canteen's
teacher,
always
yeah.
open.
Facts.
Yes.
Canteen
Yeah,
is always
maybe
open.
that. Maybe the intake has gone up.
Mm.
And he's pretty
He's a
healthy.
fit guy.
Yeah, he's pretty buff dude.
He's
so, you know.
well hot, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
sexy, man.
So sausage rolls could be the secret. We never know. But
Sausage
then-
rolls are lucky to be in his mouth.
So he's gone and said, I'm giving them up. I'm going cold turkey on sausage rolls.
He's going cold sausage roll on sausage rolls.
I'm giving them up.
Okay.
That was on 30th of July.
He's a bit of a baddie like that.
August 7, he hits up the chat.
No way.
I'm back, baby.
Couldn't resist a photo of two sausage rolls. Two sausage
Two?
rolls.
Double
yeah.
header.
It's the ones like, I don't know what brand they are. Like,
Double package.
you know the ones they come from like Woolies or whatever, and it's like one sausage roll is like three little ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's
the
two of
patties.
them.
Patties guys.
Yeah, patties, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he loves them. He couldn't resist for a week. Well,
Really?
8 days.
They're not that. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I was like, personally, if a back when I used to eat meat, if a sausage roll was around on offer, yeah, sure, I'd have it. But I don't know, I was never craving a sausage roll. I was much more of a pie guy.
Okay, cool.
The other side of the spectrum you were.
Yes, but they're pretty. It's one of those things where it's like you're either a pie guy, you're either a sausage roll guy.
They go hand in hand, but
Yeah.
no one ever loves
No one
both.
loves both. There's
That's
someone
it.
always has a preference,
That's it.
which is why this week.
We asked the people of Perth, do you prefer sausage rolls or do you prefer meat pies? Which is also quite a good, like, footy-themed
It is a bit.
question.
Yes. Obviously, they're the stock of
And
the
what did-
AFL game.
Well, where do we all sit on the debate?
I'm a sausage roll guy, personally.
I'd have to sway toward the sausage roll too.
And I'm a pie man.
But the
course you are.
people of Perth got in contact, which we absolutely love, and you can do so via Instagram. And the people of Perth said, 60% of them anyway, said that pies are their go-to, while only 40% said sausage rolls are their tickle. They tickle their little fancy.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think pies are a bit more. They got more to them, you know. I think it would be interesting to see if when people were asked this question,
Yes.
what were you thinking of? Like the ones from Woolies that you heat up in the oven,
Mm-hmm.
or like one you're getting from Jesters or something like that.
It's got to be a whole thing. I think anywhere and everywhere you can get one.
You've got to take in all accounts.
It's got to come into it,
Because
doesn't it?
I did really like those, you know, the sausage rolls you get from like a bakery,
Yeah.
Mm.
and they're like proper like meaty
Yeah.
sausage in the middle
Yeah.
with some good like proper like puff pastry on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
outside.
Like homemade ones.
Like that
really
went
good.
hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But
The
some
ones
of
from
those,
the packet are a bit,
yeah, they're-
questionable.
they're a bit, a bit like the pastry's a bit like,
You
what,
don't-
what is this?
What is this
yeah.
dirt?
It's not really. It's too solid to be pastry.
Yeah,
Like I like the ones that they're flaky.
flaky. Yes,
Flaky
I
goes.
agree.
Flaky knows what's
The
up.
other one, I feel like it used to remind me of like a bit of like shortbread, almost like squished down and wrapped up.
What's this?
The pastry on the sausage roll is like the patties ones.
Ah.
Just they're just like, yeah, not great.
Mm.
I used to get like these shitty little Bakewell ones from IGA.
Oh yeah.
These came in a red box. And this was when I was very young. I would have been about 6 or 7. I've always had weird eating habits, always. But I think, and even to this day, the thought of doing what I did for every day of my life, basically after I got home from school, still makes my stomach like crawl to this day. What I used to do is I'd finish up at school, have a decent day at school. I used to love the canteen. So I was a pretty skinny kid.
Yeah.
And I'd get home from school. I would immediately walk to our freezer and we would have these Bakewell, 24 packet of Bakewell sausage rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I would get one out,
Yum.
put it in the microwave,
Right.
put it on a tea towel. That's not a tea towel, paper towel.
Yeah.
Put my sausage roll in there. So straight, not even on a plate.
Nah.
Just straight on the tea.
Fucking raw dog.
Yeah, fucking raw dog in it, man. Just putting this random sausage roll on there.
Yeah, baby.
I knew how to use a handful of buttons on the microwave. I'm young, 6, yeah? But I got this down pat. I don't know how. Must have just watched Mum enough times. Put it in there, 60 seconds, which was one button, was just the instant 60 seconds. Bang. And it started. And then the 60 seconds would finish.
Yeah.
And no word of a lie, I would walk. No, I wouldn't even walk over. I was still preparing. At that point, I'd go and get my plate out.
Yep.
I would get some tomato sauce.
Can't go wrong.
And pour it into the plate. And then I would walk back to the microwave, get the sausage roll out of the microwave, put it straight on the plate, and that was fucking food.
To go.
That was my lunch.
And that's dinner.
That's literally. And then I'd sit at the table, right?
That's the sloppiest.
Because
There's no time to crisp. It's literally just
yeah, you eat it through you eat the ends and then you get up to the middle. Nice bit of icy pole in the middle.
Yeah. Well, it used to be
slows you up and then
used to be so soggy on the outside, and then the meat inside
Because
these ones were terrible.
Correct me if
so
I'm wrong, but
terrible.
you used to not eat the crust on the sausage roll either.
No, I'd do a weird thing. I'd sort of uncircumcise my sausage rolls, and I would take all the
foreskin off.
I'd take all the outer pastry off.
Yeah.
And fold it. I remember folding it in my hands and dunking it in the tomato sauce and eating that. And then I'd
the
be
foreskin.
and then I would be left with just
the
ugliest piece of meat anyone's ever witnessed.
That's cunted.
And I would I'd cut it in half.
Yeah.
And I would dunk it in the sauce and eat it. And I still remember the taste. It wasn't good. I still remember the taste now. And I wouldn't eat the ends. But it used to... While I was eating it, used to make me feel a bit sick. So I'm not sure why I kept doing it. But every day after school, that's what I used to do. And Mum used to be like, what is going on with this kid?
Oh, and what Riley used to...
Explains
sorry, are you done? Or can I...
Well, the only other thing is we used to go... Because I used to always just eat sausage rolls. No matter where we went, it was just a safe food for me. And I remember we often go to the footy, to the junior footy clubs or the Oz kick or whatever it was, or basketball. And Mum would just say, have you got any sausage rolls? And they're like, oh... they're in the freezer, so they'll take a while to cook. And
no,
Mum's
they won't.
Mum's like,
no.
They'll be fine. Just put it in the microwave. And she's like, and then we'll have to crisp it up. She goes, no, he'll be fine. He'll just eat
Because the
that.
thing that's fucked about when you just put it in the microwave, it goes from because the pastry is ice cold.
Yeah, it's wet.
With crusty ice around it. So when you just zap it, it just takes in.
It's
the
not
wet
cooked. Surely
ice.
it's not cooked.
Oh, it would have no.
Well,
it is
I think
cooked.
it's already been cooked once, I think.
Yeah, they cook it once, then they put it straight in the.
The pastry was so pale though. It couldn't have been
Yeah,
cooked.
It's just pastry though.
It couldn't
It's
have been
'cause of how
It
cooked.
won't kill you.
I reckon it come close.
And what
Iron Gut McGee over here.
And while we're on the topic, what Riley used to do, so I used to be a party pie kid, and Jake used to be a sausage roll kid.
Yeah.
And Riley was a bit of both, but what he would mainly do is dunk him in the
use it as a
sauce,
spoon.
and just slurp the sauce off your party
You used to
pie.
put a whole sausage roll in. You'd pour so much sauce.
Yeah.
It looked like. It looked like, what's that guy in the Bible who's trying to part the Red Seas? That's
Moses.
basically Moses. It's basically what was going on. You got the sausage roll there, and you just dunk it in, but it was more of a spooning action because you'd put the whole thing in there and then just go.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
So gross.
It was vile.
That's fucked.
And then eventually, I don't know what would happen to the sausage roll. It would just get soggy and slowly fall into the sauce or something. It was gross. It was real.
It was gross. And we've also got some gross comments from the fans, which is funny because a lot of the people who wrote in were super passionate
Yeah.
on both sides, but then their description of the other one is is gross or like not good.
Yeah,
So
but they're not too dissimilar.
no, it's basically the same,
Yeah.
same thing. So we got one in from Maya, I think.
Just go
She
with
said that pies are like the bottom of a dog food can, that meaty jelly, with the vomit emoji, which is a bit
That's
true.
fair.
They do put gravy in those.
You keep saying that. I'm not as like certain. Some of the brands that I've had.
No, I meant the dog food. They got that
Oh.
gravy stuff.
What about the pies?
It's gravy.
Oh,
Doesn't taste like gravy though.
the dog food or the pie?
Dog food. I mean the pie. No, yeah. No, like the pie. It doesn't really taste like a meat pie. Is that gravy in there?
Pretty sure.
It's a shitty gravy.
See, I don't think
I've
it
had
is.
some good gravies. That's not
Um,
up to
and
my
then
standard.
Miriam sort of has slapped back at that and said sausage rolls are drier than dog shit, which I guess sort of depends on the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fact. But the thing with meat pies, which I've always found, is they're either ice cold or like straight from the Sahara.
They're so hard
Why are
to
they
eat.
so
They
hot?
do-
And at the footy, have you ever tried to eat one on the footy? They used to do like dollar pie rounds, and then you'd go
Just
up to
try
the
and get 'em
thing,
out.
and it's just like, there you go, you got a dollar pie. And I'd grab 4 and just deal with the consequences after. Because if you're selling pies for $1, they went off a long time ago. They're not fit
they're
for
not
human
good, no.
consumption. And then you have to sit there, and this thing's piping hot. Tough to eat at the best of times when you got a knife and fork and a plate. And
Oh
everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
alone-
you can't hold a pie and eat it.
Especially
That's fine.
even
Because it's too hot, but
And
you're
it
starving.
doesn't, and it's like so. You can't like take a bite and then get all the meat because it's wet.
It's
like
so
sloppy,
yeah, and also it's like
soup.
and they don't have enough like air in there. There's
Yeah.
no like room for it to go. Even when
just spurts out at you.
you like get a pie out of the oven here and you like go to cut it in half,
Yeah, you're getting
it's
it.
yeah you're getting
Shit's going everywhere.
you're getting shot. Yeah.
100%.
Fucking hell.
People were saying that they like to take the lid off the sausage, off the pie,
Yep.
and pour sauce in there.
That's a classic.
You can't do that at the footy because then you just got like a pie, a bottom of a pie, and a frisbee.
Yeah, and they don't let you
And you-
bring knives into the footy anymore.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's just a bit of a vibe. Anyway,
Yeah, I think that's the general thing. Pies are too messy and you could get burnt. And then sausage rolls, just a bit not great. There was one
They're a bit
coming
cheap.
from Trisha. She said that, and I'm not sure which one she's voting for, but she said
this is my favorite comment.
there's less chance of biting into one of those weird bouncy things. And then she said that's like an esophagus.
Yeah, you know when
Yeah.
you bite in, you can do it with the sausage roll and a pie, and you're chewing on it, and then you just get these like bits, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, what is that?
I'm not eating
Yeah,
that.
no, I do notice that. Like, why is it not? No matter how many times you'll bite it,
It never.
it doesn't move.
It's like a rubber band.
It's like a kidney stone. Or
I legit used to think it was a rubber. Like they must have had like rubber bands wrapped around the sausage or something. But maybe it's a part of the. What animals do these sausages?
It's fucking vile though. What do you do? I spit them out. That's what I do. I could be anywhere. I'll spit that thing out.
yeah.
I'll be at the footy. I'll spit it 3 rows just into someone's back of their throat, into the back of their neck, or back of their throat if that's what they're interested
Yeah,
in.
it's pretty rank stuff. You don't get that in the vegan pies.
Alrighty, boys. It's been a hot minute since we played one of our favourite games, but we thought we'd bring it back for a very special edition of Take Me Back.
Take me back to the past time, a past year, back before we could drink beer. Movies, artists, stylish gear, we gotta find out what was the year.
Now, for those playing along for the first time, Take Me Back is a game where one of us on the panel picks a year and then asks the 2 other boys to guess what year it is based on a handful of stats, facts, and other fun stories
Fuck yeah.
that took place during that year.
Yeah, interesting.
Easy enough to understand?
Yeah,
I think the
baby.
last time we played it was with Mother.
You might be right. What? I can't remember what year. Can't remember who
It was
played.
in the 70s, maybe.
Can't remember any of it. Okay. We ready to go?
Yeah, baby.
Yes.
Oh, that's hot. That is hot.
Here we go. Everyone's
It's
thinking.
been a hot minute. All right. The first piece of trivia is Rove McManus won his 3rd gold Logie in this
Oh.
year.
The Logies.
3rd gold Logie. Not bad, not bad.
Rove McManus,
I'm-
old Corpus Christi alumni.
Same school we went to. Corpus Christi. What a great place to be.
I know. I know he was around when I was in like primary school, but
Wait. Yeah, right.
I don't know.
How old is Rose?
All right, next one. Kylie Minogue. Just quickly, the rules of this game is if you buzz in and you get it wrong, the other person gets 3 facts before you're unlocked again. Understood?
Yes, sir.
It's always good to do the rules after the game started. Second clue. Kylie Minogue revealed that she had breast cancer in this year.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's news to me.
Oh, you didn't know at all?
Know she had. No.
Okay.
Is that the one who hosted
Nope.
the
No,
host?
no.
it's
no.
Kylie's the good one.
Okay.
The third fact is Chappelle Corby
Oh, shit.
was sentenced to 20 years jail, and she also received a fine in Bali for her part in the alleged importation of 4.1 kilos of marijuana.
Ooh, okay. I've got a bit of a ballpark. I
I've
think I've got the
got
edge
no
on
idea.
Riley because he was quite.
Might have been a young buck.
All right, for those playing along at home,
I know about Chappelle. I don't know
I hope you're guessing.
too much.
Fourth stat, American entertainer. Now just keep your wits about you. American entertainer Michael Jackson in this year was acquitted on all 10 child molestation, alcohol, and conspiracy charges against him.
So is that convicted guilty?
No, he got
Acquitted.
Got off.
Oh, okay. Good on him. Yeah, good on him.
Good on him. Wow, is that what we're saying?
I thought everyone was still talking about this relatively recently, though. I swear I always hear about MJ's pedo stuff.
Okay, cool.
So it could be.
Stat 5. The London was awarded the rights to hold the 2012 Olympic Games.
Oh, there we go. Josh
Right.
just set a date. So
I'm
it's
gonna have
definitely
a
before
guess.
2012.
Joe's locking in a date. Here we go.
2004.
Incorrect.
Oh, this
Riley
is
gets the next
fucking
3
killed me.
stats. Do you
'Cause I
want
was-
3 off the bat? You can just go 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
You'd be silly to do otherwise.
Indonesia confirms its first human death from bird flu.
Ooh. I was thinking it could have been swine.
We had swine, we had bird, and now we've got the... What was the other one we had? Bat.
Novell,
Bat
yeah.
flu.
I was only alive for swine. Which tells me it was before 03. But I'm not going to guess yet. Keep telling me, Jakey boy.
Stat number 7. Shane Warne makes history as the first bowler to take 600 wickets in Test cricket in the first day of the 3rd Ashes Test at Old Trafford. And England win back-to-back Ashes series.
This is not even.
Oh, that's a gimme. Everyone knows. Everyone knows that one.
And this is the last question Riley gets before Joe is welcomed back into the game. Stat 8. West Coast's Ben Cousins wins the Brownlow Medal.
I know they won the flag in 05. But I feel like that's too. I feel like that's too late to be announcing an Olympic
The
Games.
Olympics.
Merely, like it would be 1 year after, like the next set. I'm gonna have to lock in 2005.
He won it.
He's
He's
done it.
bloody gone and done it. Congratulations,
Holy
Junior boy.
smokes.
A few of the other fun stats we have from the year was 2000. Oh, the ninth stat. Sorry.
Yep.
The Sydney Swans beat West Coast by 4 points in the AFL Grand
Oh,
Final.
Leo Barry, you star.
Leo Barry, you star.
That's that one.
This one was just an interesting one. I'm not sure if it's got any relevance to anyone listening. I just saw this and thought mainly that the nickname was funny. Not the story, but the nickname as I was reading this today. Stat 10, Melbourne pedophile.
Who's his name?
No, Melbourne pedophile
Melbourne first name pedophile.
who goes by the name of Mr. Baldy.
Oh no.
Brian Keith Jones was released on parole under the strictest supervision conditions ever imposed in the state.
But Michael Jackson got off free.
Yeah.
Number 11, in Perth, a 10-year-old boy underwent emergency surgery to reattach 3 limbs
Oh, the dunk
that he
kit.
that severed in a freak basketball accident. He's actually a
Yes.
lovely young man. He's good friends with a friend of mine. He's a lovely
Yeah,
guy.
he
Did he do the dunking?
So
dunked.
he dunked on a basketball hoop,
That was on his garage.
but it was like one of the old ones that was just like a wooden board up against bricks.
Okay.
And he went up, dunked on it, and the whole brick framework of the garage came down
Yeah.
and severed his hands. Like all landed on him, severed his arms,
Hands
and
leg.
feet.
One leg.
One leg. He's got up to
Holy shit, poor bloke. Fuck.
yeah. He's going well. He's going well. He's a
How
lovely
old?
guy. He's
Damn.
only a couple of years older than us.
Holy shit.
Couple music ones. Best song of the year, or like in the charts, was "We Belong Together" by Mariah Carey.
So
Not sure if I know that one. Holla Back Girl is number 2.
Hell yeah!
That's my shit.
By Gwen Stefani. Give us a bit of that, Joe.
A few times I've been around that
holla
track.
back, girl.
And the third.
Go around that. Sit. I don't really know the words.
And the
That's
third
general
one was
vibe.
Let Me Love You by Mario.
Oh, again, not familiar.
And the last little stat we had for this year was that Brokeback Mountain won Best Picture, Best Director,
Angle A.
and Best Actor via Heath Ledger.
Holy shit.
Boys, that was good fun.
Did Heath win best actor?
Yeah.
For that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He won 2 Oscars.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh,
Damn.
Heathy.
He's dominant.
I did not know he had already. I thought he only won for Dark Knight. Jeez.
Rest in peace to the king.
Rest in peace to the king. Well played. Well played. We'll have to bring that one back.
Yes.
We'll have to bring
That's
that
the
one
first
back.
take
Riley
back
w-
I've ever won.
Riley won, so he's going to be hosting the
Yes.
next one.
Yeah. All right, boys, it's time for our favourite weekly segment. It's our only weekly segment. It's time for our Everyday Hero. Now, this week, we have a lovely fan, a friend
my
of the
God.
show,
Holy fuck.
who has decided to send in a Everyday Hero. And we've actually got a couple people who have done that recently.
Yes,
we've got a
we've got a few in the
backlog growing. Unfortunately, as I just mentioned, we only have one Everyday Hero each week because it's our favourite weekly segment. It's our only weekly segment. This week's Everyday Hero
Who's going to take it away?
comes from Mum.
Hi guys, I just wanted to give a suggestion for the Everyday Hero for this week. The last couple of weeks on the podcast, you talked about one morning when Joe had to run the 1500 metres race at Corpus Christi. He was the captain of Pilotti at the time, year 12, and he and Riley got up early and just were going along to support the Pilotti kids that were running. So they got Macca's for breakfast on the way, and then when they got there, Joe ended up having to do the race, so he ended up throwing his McDonald's up on the side of the field from what I can remember. But what I realised that you forgot to mention is the points that Joe made, even though he came last in that race, he would have got a point for Pilotti. And that year, if you remember, Pilotti won the overall trophy for the year by 1 point. So I want to nominate Joe for being the Everyday Hero, going back to when he was in year 12 and helped get Pilotti over the line to be the winners of the sports award that year.
Who would have freaking thought?
Done. Joey is the first man.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
He's crying. There's tears
done it.
falling.
Pen's been thrown in the studio.
Joey is the
Alright.
first MacPack panelist
Who
to
would've
ever win the Everyday Hero.
It was kind of against the rules of to be on the panel and also win the hero.
Yeah, but
he's
not if
gone
it's
and
coming
done
in
it.
from a fan.
He's gone and
guys,
done it, ladies and gentlemen. So we've obviously mentioned this story over the last month, and Mum keeps bringing it up to me and Riley
Yeah.
while Joe's searching for facts.
Yeah, but Joe actually didn't know that he was going to win Everyday Hero.
I
He
had
had
no
no
idea.
idea.
I
We
was
shocked
like-
him live on the
We had
panel.
no
I
idea.
even before we recorded, I even said like, "Mum's doing her thing. Let's make fun of her while she's talking." A bit of a bit of banter. I didn't think the hero was gonna be all that good, but it was. It was one of the.
So that year,
God,
that
it was
year
one of- let me talk. It was one of the honestly like we've done this 101 times, and I have to say, probably the best Everyday Hero I've heard. It was selfless. It was iconic.
Of course.
It won not only the hearts and minds, but also a trophy.
Yes.
A trophy that I won personally. Sure, I was the captain. I led by example.
yeah, literally.
And I didn't win the race.
Not at all. We're not even close.
But sometimes,
But you still get points.
sometimes losing is the first step to winning. And that's what I've done tonight. That's what I did when I run track. Which was, again, an iconic Joe moment. It was just, God, it feels so... Oh, no, don't play the music. Don't play the music just yet. Yeah, it's just, I got to say, this Everyday Hero, it's like a segment that I usually don't check out for. I hardly ever bring one.
We've noticed.
When I do, it's like the cookie guy or whatever. It's like, not great. But God, I've got to say, this hero, this what's called Everyday Hero segment. It's honestly become my favorite segment. And yeah, Mom, keep sending them in. Just keep sending the praise. God, this has been a great segment, a great podcast. And God, just Oh yeah, fuck yeah. You know, if you want to advertise, I'm open to advertising.
Joe is the only person on this show who knows how it feels to be
An everyday
truly
hero.
awarded
I gotta say,
an everyday hero.
it feels great. And also because I don't know if you guys watched the YouTube video. If you don't watch the YouTube video, oftentimes I'll put up a little trophy with
Oh
with the
yeah.
everyday hero thing, and if it's not, sometimes I'll put a little picture if I can find like a good one. It's not like a weird,
Yep.
it's like a weird like
Cookie
thing.
guy.
Sometimes I'll put the photo up, and let's just say it only goes for a couple of seconds from when the horn goes off. There's a little flash, there's a little GIF that I put in there twice. It's sort of the bulk of the YouTube work, really. But this week, let's just say, shoot it to the video because
That trophy
I'm
is
gonna
be
take a
iconic.
course on After Effects because this video is gonna go off.
Well, there's actually a photo of me and Joe holding
There
the,
is.
the
Holding the
house
trophy.
cup, the trophy.
It's an iconic photo. I'll have to split it down the middle and duplicate it so I'm on both sides. Holding both of the trophies. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Thanks,
goodness
Mum.
me. So just to give a little bit of a story
Bravo.
behind what happened. So just for participating, you get a you get a point for
Points.
your house or 2 points, whatever it was. No matter if you came at first, you obviously get the most points, and coming last, you obviously get like nearly fuck all, but you still get a point.
Yep.
And I remember our house was very much big on just participation is everything because we didn't have many gifted and talented athletes
no, we
other than
didn't, no.
myself. So outside of just me, there was very few people that we could get behind on the athletics track. But it's the likes of the plebs, like Joe, who got us over the line
It truly is.
when it mattered most. So
That's it.
today's everyday hero, as you would have probably heard by now, goes to Joe.
Well, fantastic. Really fantastic stuff.
Do you know what's funny? I remember this year
This is sick.
in 2016, Joe was the year 12 captain, and I, luckily, was the year 8 captain at the time. And I remember Joe telling me, like 2 days before the House Cup got awarded, he said Plotty's going to win the House Cup by a point. And I remember going to all my mates being like, I'll fucking put money on Plotty winning because no one else knew.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And I had a few freaking bets going, and then I didn't take him in the end. But I
It
did.
was,
I was using my entrepreneurial mind to take the odds.
Yeah.
and
So
keep
this
it.
week's Everyday Hero, episode 102's Everyday Hero goes to Joe McKenna for making sure that he didn't necessarily count his events, but he made his events count. Alrighty, boys, that just about brings us to the end of another episode of the MacPack podcast. Must say, the fans we have are just absolutely delightful.
They're the
We
best
love
of the
them.
best.
We love them. We
obviously.
absolutely love them. Some of the comments that we received on the AFL footy video we did.
Yep.
Splendid. Absolutely. Just so kind, so loving.
That's what we do it for.
We
the
loved
fans.
it. We do it for the fans. We just do it for the
Exactly.
fans. We love you all. So if you are listening to the podcast and you're enjoying it, you're in the small minority that are enjoying it. Tell your friends. Tell your friends to get on board and just give it a crack. Give it a crack. They might not. They might fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, they probably will.
But then it could be a good prank.
Nah. Tell your friends to love it. Like fucking force them to. No, we are finding that a lot of people are sharing it with their friends, and it is getting them kicked out of most of their social circles. But you don't know unless you try.
Exactly.
But yes, stoked to have an everyday hero sent in from Mum this week. We've
Yes.
got an everyday hero sent in from another fan that we will share next week, which is very exciting.
Unless you come in with an even better one.
And to some of the
Oh.
some of the DMs, some of the messages we've been receiving have been absolutely lovely. But we must flag a TikTok video that our great friend
Yep.
Friend
Friend
of
of
the
the
show.
show.
friend of the show
Big
and
fan
of the show, Sean Baines, sent to us on a TikTok, and he basically just sent this link to a video with the caption, "Saw this and thought of you guys." And you know what? Here at the MacPack podcast, there's nothing we love more than honest and heartbreaking feedback, and here it is.
Separate yourself from the pack so much more easily by being consistent than by being talented or enthusiastic. There's this stat that I love about podcasts. 90% of podcasts don't make it past episode 3. And of the 90% that do, 90% don't make it past episode 20. So by making 21 podcast episodes, you're in the top percent of all podcasters ever in history. Consistency beats talent and enthusiasm.
And we just,
Thanks for that, Sean.
we just absolutely love that from Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Consistency beats talent, and I think just showing up each week is about all we can put our names to here at the
That's it.
MacPack.
That's what we're all about. Thank
So-
you for the honest feedback, Sean.
So you're telling me we could have stopped 81 episodes ago?
And we still would have been in that top percentile, which is fantastic to hear.
There you go.
Season 1. That was season 1.
I know, we're
That's
already
terrible.
guys.
That's how we started season 2. We love feedback like that, so make sure you slide into our DMs with positive stuff. With
Backhanded stuff.
yeah, with honest stuff like that. I did watch it when I saw it first. I watched it and I was like, oh, this is really... Oh, no, it's not nice at all, actually, Sean. I pinged him a message back more or less just going, oh, okay.
You're done.
Not really
You're
sure.
fired.
Not really sure how to feel about this. But he clarified what he meant. And he just went, yeah, consistency's about all you boys got. And you know what? Well, he's not wrong.
Beats talent.
So thank you so much to Sean for sending that one in. Boys, it's been an absolute pleasure. We've got a jam-packed couple of weeks coming up. I cannot stress.
Boy.
Probably the next 6 weeks is pretty full on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Lots of things for the fans to look forward to.
heaps for the fans to look forward to. There'll be a few. We're getting a few guests on, and
Oh,
I've heard.
yeah.
I've heard murmurings. New
Yes.
studio. I've heard
Oh,
murmurings. There's
really?
gonna be
Wait.
new studio
Really?
chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
apparently
We fired the guys who were making.
we did. We got some new guys on.
Too slow. I was freaking in the studio the other week.
Yeah, Riley had
Knocking
a tape
freaking
measure out.
nails together.
Had a tape
Nails
measure out.
in wood, making shit happen, you know. You can't rely on other people.
New
Sometimes you do it
chairs,
yourself.
tick. And that's about all we got. But
Fuck yeah.
it's happening.
Definitely moving along, yeah. Consistency beats talent.
Boys, it's been an absolute pleasure to sit beside you for 102 episodes, and including tonight. Until we do so this time next week, stay safe, stay blessed, and always remember to
Go give your dad a hug.
it's tough for now, but not forever.